Business Promotion Council. Mr. Goyal, you're based out of France, you're based out of Paris. You must have been to some of these places which have in fact been attacked. First of all, before we get into the business aspect of your association between India and France, I want to know from you how busy a place or places are these which have been attacked in Paris?
First of all, I mean, all these places are in the 11th, 10th and 12th district, which is one of the most popular places in France, and particularly on the weekend, which starts on Friday. So it is being visited by people who want to go to concert, who want to go to some football match, or who want to go to the restaurant. And in Paris, the weekend starts from Friday afternoon, and they are one of the most busiest place in Paris. So mostly frequented by upper middle class in Paris.
Mr. Goyal, the fact that France has had to declare a state of an emergency basically goes to, and this is happening for the first time since World War II, basically goes to show the impact this terror attack has happened or has had. But the resolve of the people of France to, because we were playing just a short while back a video which said that people were holding placards reading "Not Afraid." So there's a sort of a message that people in France are trying to send out that they're not afraid of this terror attack. Is that something that you also notice among the French people, that there is this resilience to terror?
As you rightly said, this is a very unprecedented situation in Paris. The emergency has been imposed after Second World War. First of all, the France and the Parisian people are not used to such kind of a situation. It is not every day these kind of an attack which happens. And France is a country which is a very disciplined country. So, but the matter of fact, I spoke with some of my friends in Paris, they are afraid. But the French president has given a very clear message. They will go for a merciless actions against the culprits. And this is one of the ways to show the solidarity among the French people. But yes, as I just told you, people are together. They are trying to be together, but what I got the information from my friends, they are afraid, and the French administration has told not to come outside of their houses.
Okay. Mr. Tirthankar Goyal, we'll actually get into your domain expertise area after this presentation that we want to give to our viewers. We'll talk about how business is going to be impacted by something like a terror attack, because it was the commercial capital here in India also in 2008 that was attacked. How did business go about? Does it impact business at all or not? We'll get into all those aspects. Your area of expertise, which is business ties between these two countries. Now, when Mumbai was attacked in 26/11, did or was business impacted globally? Because Mumbai is the commercial capital of this country. Was there a negative impact of business? And similarly, now in this particular case, with France under attack, with a state of emergency, with the normal life disrupted, is business going to take a hit?
I think the answer is yes. First of all, the French government, I will talk about first of all the business between France and India, and then maybe if you allow me to take it globally, the business of France with the rest of the world. First of all, France has been a very strategic partner of India. There has been the visit of the Indian Prime Minister to Paris on 10th of April this year, on which Assocham was involved. We have been talking to the Elysee, French Foreign Ministry, MEDEF, and different other institutions. And during this Indian Prime Minister visit, there was a lot of agreement which was signed, like particularly in the renewable energy, smart cities, transport, defense, water treatment, and science and technology, and some other fields, which are the flagship programs for India. Now, following to that, the French company and Indian company, they are in contact through Assocham or some other platform. So there was a big momentum between France and India on the business front. Now, just to go on the next step, there's a big climate summit which is happening on the Paris starting from 30th November, which will be joined.
I believe you're closely associated.
Yes, with the Assocham, I'm taking the delegation.
But my point is, Mr. Goyal, that see, there is one way of looking at it, that it is going to impact business. The other way of looking at it is that if France can come out, if India post its terror attacks can come out and say that this is our resilience, that we will not let terrorists damage or succeed in their initiatives, then why can't France and India business partnership do the same and not let this ultimate desire of terrorists to disrupt normal life continue? I'll come across to you on that particular answer. Let me take this breaking news at this moment. A Syrian passport. The Association France India Business Promotion Council. Mr. Goyal, you were talking about the various aspects where terror actually hits. First of all, it hits people at an individual level where there are casualties, there is pain inflicted. Secondly, it hits the government where you have, or a nation, its sovereignty, where the nation is basically, and its ideas are basically jolted. And the third key area which gets potentially damaged because of a terror attack with a magnitude as high as this is business. And if you could talk about that particular aspect, how is it going to affect the business prospects of a country like France?
So first of all, I'm going to answer this question in a little bit detail. First of all, France and India are very different in terms of culture, language, and the mentality and way of doing the business. When Mr. Modi came to Paris, there was a big momentum. So France is one of the countries which is having high-end technology, so which could be provided to the solution to the Indian energy needs, defense side, transport, water treatment, and the infrastructure projects in India, because France has a technology. Now, going forward, one step further, after 10th of April, on which Association was involved, the Indian Prime Minister is coming on 30th of November to participate in the climate summit. So what does it mean? It means each and every company in the world who is associated to the renewable sector, they will participate in this fair for 10 days. Now, how the business would be impacted by this event? First of all, there are two ways. First of all, inward business to France. So the companies, it's already very difficult due to some of the labor laws in France and other aspects. But now inward business coming to France would be affected due to this situation. And I have been talking to a lot of Indian businessmen following to the attack on Charlie Hebdo, if you remember, in January. So they are hesitant to come to France. Now, second thing is coming to the French side. They are not used to of this kind of a situation. Now, after Charlie Hebdo attack, they were very, very terrorized, and this time, just within the 10 months, it has happened the second time. And maybe after World War II, these kind of incidents has taken place with such a small interval. So the business would be affected. Now, France, in my opinion, they would be hesitant to talk to the foreign people. First of all, I mean, first is a language problem, but now due to this terrorist attack. So they would be hesitant to talk to these foreign companies who are coming and the foreign personnel. So in my opinion, taking in mind these two aspects, the business would be affected. And I think climate summit, the French government has been working on this program since last 1 year to make it a big hit. And it is likely to be attended by 150 heads. And I wish, I mean, that's the reason the French president has given a very clear message that there will be a merciless action from their side, just to reassure the people that business continue.
So you're basically saying that this summit, the climate change summit, which France is expected to hold, there is a feeling within the establishment that they must continue to hold it to show the world that there is resilience to terror.
Absolutely.
That they have to fight terror, and if they actually mean it, then in that case they should go on with life as usual and events as planned.
Absolutely. I talked to many people in the French administration in Paris. I mean, what they told me that they don't want to come out with, they are making a joint action with US and UK just to come back with a concrete action from their side, and to reassure the French public, you know, they are going to take a message.
Okay. Mr. Goyal, many thanks for joining us here on India Today.
Thank you very much.
India Today